is a very long overdue video. I forgot a couple products the last time that I filmed this, so I'm just refilming it. Hopefully I can breeze through it a little bit quicker than I did the first time because it ended up being really long, but I wanted to show you guys all of the products, the beauty products, makeup, perfume that I want to use up before the end of 2017, before 2018. So I've done this video a couple times. Last year there was a big group of girls that were part of like a collab. I did that one last year, and then the year before that I also did this as well. So I'll link all those videos from the past 2 years down in the description box down there in case you wanted to kind of look over how I did. But let me start off sort of how I would apply my makeup. So I'm going to start off with like the foundation, the face products, the foundation, BB cream, powder, that sort of stuff, and then I'll move on to the different categories. I'll also include the timestamps for the different categories down in the description box in case you kind of wanted to bounce around a little bit, or if you didn't want to see, you know, what items I picked out to use up out of my eyebrow products, or if you didn't want to look at the highlighters or something. I'll have all the different categories down there and when they start, when the next one starts, that kind of thing. So look for those down there if you want to bounce around a little bit, but let's get started with the face products. So I have two foundations. The first one, I've had this sitting upright for like 3 weeks now, and I just barely knocked it over right before this video started. But this first one, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I have the shade 1C1 Shell 15. Yeah, that's what it says here. So this is what the foundation looks like. This is a super full coverage foundation, but I found that I don't like using a beauty blender, but the only foundation that I can use a beauty blender with is this one right here. So I don't think I'll have much of a problem using this up before the end of the year. I'm right here at my starting point. So that was the first foundation. Then I have my MAC Studio Tech Cream Foundation. This one shouldn't take too long if I just used it on a daily basis. It's really hard for me to use this. I have shade NW15. It's really hard for me to use this on a daily basis though because it is so finicky. There's not a ton of product in here to begin with. I can use these up very quickly. I've used these up, multiple of these up in the past, but my skin just has to be incredibly hydrated, super smooth, not a flaw on the surface, or else it just clings to that, looks really flaky, patchy. It just looks bad after like 2 hours. So I have to be really careful with this one. I do have one BB cream. This is the Pond's Luminous Finish BB cream. I was digging through my closet the other day and I found the other one of these. So I don't know if it was included in the last inventory or not, but the very last one of these that I have is in my drawer right now. So this one's halfway finished off. It feels like, let me mark this one because I didn't mark it all the way. So this is the starting point. There's a pink line that runs across right here. I'm just barely above that. So this one, I love this stuff. I love it. I was gonna say I love this in the summertime, but I love this stuff year round actually. It's really nice for the winter when your skin's super dry, but it's perfect for the summertime if you just want to slap something on and go. So love this stuff. I also have two concealers here. This first one is the By Terry Touche Flute. Don't have a clue if I'm saying that right. This is the highlighting concealer brush. I have the shade number 1, which is Porcelain. This is what it looks like here. I had a Lorac one like this in, was it last year for 2016? Yeah, I think it was for my 2016 one. I had my Lorac Touch Up and Concealer pen in that one too. This is like the exact same design. You click the bottom and product comes out at the top and you can kind of just brush it on. This is a finicky concealer too. For me, it's a little drying and it looks a little patchy under the eyes, but I think I can make it work. It's a very light color. Let me see if I can get a little out to show you. You can see how light that one is. It's a perfect color match. It's just a smidgen light for me, so it's very brightening. But anyway, there was that one. And then the other concealer is my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this one I have shade number Light 2, which is Vanilla, and this is just so heavy and thick on me lately that I would prefer to use something else. So there's the two swatches right there. This was the By Terry one. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in shade Light to Vanilla. And you can see the comparison. They're both pretty light though. I do like the shade of both of them. Then I have one powder for this year. This is the Bare Minerals Original Loose Powder Foundation. This one was actually in last year's video as well, but I just didn't get around to using this one on a consistent basis. I have the shade Fairly Light N10, and I love this stuff. There's no way that I can really mark this. I'll save this one, I'll save the marking on this one for when I use it in one of my projects or challenges or something, but if you look in here, I'm about halfway through this. If I tap it down, I'm about right there. So I have over half the amount of product left in here. So I don't know, I'll toss this into one of my upcoming projects and see how I do with that. I really like that one. It does oxidize just a little bit. It gets a little bit darker if I put down like a concealer or something underneath it, but that's the only way that I can get it to work. This is the NYX Taupe blush, and I use this as a contour. I don't use this very often, so I have a very slight dip in here. You probably can't even see that, but I'll give you a little swatch of this. I can use this for my contour, but this is really powdery. It's not my favorite. I'm not a big contour person. I'll use my NARS Laguna bronzer to, you know, contour if I'm gonna contour something. So there was the first one, and then the other one that I have, I'm almost finished with my full size of this, so I want to start using this one as soon as that's done. But this is the Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer. This is just the little deluxe size of it, and you can see there I've not touched this one. So this one is completely brand new. I'll see if I get over to this one this year or if I'm still using up my other bronzers. But I would like to get 2 out of my bronzer category moved out. I have 2 blushes that I want to completely finish off this year. This first one is from Sephora. I love this blush. I think they've changed the packaging recently, but this one is in number 8 Rose Petal. I hope they still have this available because it is so pretty. This is like the prettiest, easiest peachy pink sort of color. My packaging's almost broken, so I gotta be careful with it, but that's what it looks like there. It's just a very light, easy, goes with anything sort of blush. Very pretty in the summertime. So that is what it looks like swatched out there. And then the other blush that I would like to finish off this year is my MAC Well Dressed pan. I do have a pretty decent dip in this one, but it's probably going to be hard to see in this lighting. So there's a little swatch of that there. And I love this stuff. It's one of my all-time favorite blushes. There is a very light swatch of it there. I do have this at the inner part of my cheeks today. So this one's so nice if you have fair skin. It's almost the perfect blush. This next category is gonna seem kind of crazy, and it sort of is, but for my highlighter category, I wanna use up, well, I have 4 here. I wanna finish 2 of them, and I wanna hit pan on the other 2. So the ones that I wanna finish are the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. This is like the liquid version. And let me push this all down. There's a little bit of product up here, but I think there's a tiny air bubble down here. So I'm gonna mark this where I can bend it over. That's where I'm at with this one. I really like using cream highlighters for like the collarbone or the top of the shoulders areas, as well as, you know, the standard on the cheekbone, under the eyebrow, down the center of the face sort of thing. So I really like using these cream highlighters in the summertime, the spring and summer. So here's the first one that I want to use up. The second one, I just barely got this. This is the Milk Makeup Highlighter, and it's just a little deluxe size right here. This one came in my Birchbox. I subscribed to Birchbox for 1 box, and this was like the sign-on bonus or something. So I put a little mark right up at the top here. When I hold the cap up against right here, that is where I'm at. So I'm just right at the very top of, you know, the cap over here. It's a little bit higher than it, but it's just for reference, so I know that I was right up at the top of it there. So this one's pretty. There's not a ton in here, but I do have a lot of highlighters that I want to use up. I'll move on to the ones that I just want to hit pan on. So these have been hanging around for a little while. These are some of my older highlighters that, you know, I like to rotate mine, so I want to get some use out of these two this year. This first one is the NARS highlighter in Albatross, and I've had this guy around for a while. I was using it religiously for a while, and then I just kind of stopped using it. So this is like a white gold sort of color. It's pretty intense on the cheeks. I don't know if you're even going to be able to pick up that gold sheen that it has. Do you see that golden sheen? Hopefully. It's pretty intense. So I have to definitely pair this with the right kind of eye makeup, you know, face makeup and stuff, but I'm excited to see how I do on this one for this year. I also have the Balms Mary Luminizer, and I was pretty close to hitting pan on this, and then I don't know what happened. I opened it one day and it was shattered in here, so I had to repress it. I actually have a photo of that on my Instagram. If I can pull that off and include it up here, I will. I always link my Instagram down in the description box in case you want to bump over and check out what I post on there. But anyway, this is what my highlighter looks like in here currently. This is really pretty. I have been reaching for this over the past couple weeks, but today I actually used a different one. So this isn't what I have on my cheekbones today, but this is a really pretty highlighter. I'll do a quick swatch for you guys too. It's a very intense highlighter, I would say. I'll put a little at the inner corner of my eye. Mary Luminizer, really like this one, and it's soft, so this one shouldn't take very long before I hit the pan on it again. So moving on to some brow products, I have 3 items here. This first one is my Maybelline Master Shape by Eye Studio. This one's in deep brown, and this one is brand new. So with these pencils, they were discontinued, and these have a plastic top up here. They replaced them with wooden pencils, and they don't sell these anymore. If you can find these have a completely different consistency than the ones that have a wood pencil that they replaced them with. So actually, Dolled Up Daisy 24, Andrea, she sent me some of these as a backup, and I think I have 3 left. So I definitely want to get one used up because I've had them kicking around for a couple of years. So here's one item. The other item is this product here. This was right before they changed their packaging, but this is the Benefit Gimme Brow. I spent like $20 worth of my Ulta points to get this around my birthday. Was it last year, I think? So this one was super cheap for me, but it is an expensive product, and I used all my points on it, so I really want to get my money's worth out of this guy. I'm almost finished with my Anastasia tinted brow gel, so as soon as I'm done with that one, I will bump over to this one and start using it religiously. And then this last item, I have had this around for so long, you guys. This one is a vintage product, essentially. This was back before they changed their packaging as well. This is the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. I have the shade Brunette/Dark Brown, so I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but this is what mine looks like here. This is the lighter powder. Obviously, I favor that one more towards the inner portion of my eyes, or my eyebrows, and then the darker one I'll use for the tail or to line underneath my brows. I haven't been using a powder to fill in my brows for a while, but I have a lot of progress on this one. I would just like to hit pan on this dark one and completely use up the light one before the end of the year. And then I'm perfectly fine with tossing this guy since it's been around for so long. I have some eyeliners here. I have 2 pencil eyeliners. We'll start with those. So I have 2 colored pencil eyeliners because I really don't have a problem with using up my black eyeliners throughout the year, so they just naturally get used up. This first one, I don't wear silver eyeliner hardly at all. I definitely have to force myself to use it up. So this one, I've had this around for a while. It's a really nice eyeliner. It's really pretty, but I just don't use silver. So this is the silver Cynthia Rowley one. I think I got this out of a Birchbox or something. It's a really pretty sheen. That is what the silver looks like from Cynthia Rowley. I think I can get away with just using this at the inner corner of my eyes, and hopefully I could finish this off before the end of the year, but anyway, that's what it looks like at this starting point. The other eyeliner that I have that's in pencil form is my Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes liner in 11L. And this one is just a purple matte purple liner, and let me give you a swatch of this one too. So that is the purple one. I kind of got crazy on the swatch, but you can just kind of get the gist of what it looks like. I don't really like these aqua pencils, the aqua eyes in my waterline. I prefer these on the upper lash line, or at least just the purple one. I don't know what the deal is with this purple one, but it doesn't like to stay in my waterline. I'll have to mess around with it a little bit, but I have a little bit of progress. That's where the brand starts on this pencil, so I don't have very much from the brand name to the top of the pencil, just for a reference mark for my next update video. Then I have some gel eyeliners. These are my MAC fluid lines. So the first one, this one I want to completely finish off. This is the one in Black Track. I've used up a couple of these in the past. I think this is my third container of this, and I love this stuff. So I definitely want to use this guy up. I want to repurchase the one that's like a deep purpley blue color in Waveline. That one's so gorgeous. I want that one for the fall time this year, so I want to move this one out before I buy that one. Then these other two, I just want to hit pan on these because I love these, but I don't want to use them because I'm afraid that I'm going to use them up. So I just need to get out of that mindset and just use them. This first one, I think this is a permanent one. This is in Blue Peep, but when I purchased it, it was limited edition. That is what Blue Peep looks like. This is so pretty in the inner waterline. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. I love wearing this in the summertime, so I really need to set this aside to use a little bit this summer. And then this other one, this one is limited edition. I'm 99.9% sure that it's limited edition. This is in Royal Wink. I don't think that you can get this, but look how intense that blue is. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I like to just wear this one instead of the black wing liner on the upper lash line. I'll wear this instead, or I'll just toss this one in the waterline or something, but it's so pretty and vibrant and intense. I love this one so much. Okay, let's move on to some other eye products like eyeshadows or bases and stuff. I have one eyeshadow. This is one of my single Burberry eyeshadows, and this one is in number 10, Antique Rose, and I think this is before they switched over to the wet and dry eyeshadows that they have out now. But anyway, this is the one in Antique Rose. So you can see there. This is so pretty. I love this, but I don't want to use it up, so I just barely use it. So silky and smooth though. So, alright, that is Antique Rose right there. It's so pretty. Love that color. Can't wait to start using that. And then that's my only single powder eyeshadow that I want to focus on this year. But I do have some cream shadows. So I have two Maybelline Color Tattoos. One of them is in Tough as Taupe, and one is in Creamy Beige. Tough as Taupe over here, I use this one for my eyebrows sometimes. If you have really dark brown hair, or if you have black hair, or if you dye your hair black like me, try out Tough as Taupe in the brows. This is a really nice natural looking color for the brows. It just works. Something about it, it just works. Then the other one, the Creamy Beige, this one I don't have a lot of progress on. That's where I'm at in this one. If you have red hair or a really light brown hair, I think this one would be really nice in the brows. But let me give you a little swatch of this so you can see what it looks like. I'm just going to be using this one as, you know, an eyeshadow base, a cream shadow base. So that is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Creamy Beige. This is so pretty. I have one last cream shadow, and I learned my lesson last year with super expensive cream shadows. So I'm going to try and use up my other Chanel Illusion d'Ombre in number 84 Epitant, I think is how you pronounce it. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. This is like a pewtery, silvery green, khaki sort of color. It's so gorgeous. Let me see if I can give you a swatch. I don't know if those green tones are going to pull up at all in this swatch, but it's got the most beautiful kind of micro fine shimmers running through it. Can you see that right there? That is Epitant from Chanel. It's so gorgeous. I love putting this all over the eye and then putting like a kind of bright, vibrant matte plum or purple in the crease. I don't think that I'll finish it off entirely, but I would like to use as much as I can. I have two other cream products here. I have a Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. This one is in Orchid. That is what I have left in here. I'll hold the cap up just so you can see where I'm at against the cap. I'll mark my progress on this one right after this video, but let me give you a swatch super quick. That is Orchid from Laura Mercier right there. It's such a pretty color. You can put, you know, lighter purples over the top. You could put deeper ones in the crease over the top of this. These are so cool. You can wear these depending on the shade that you have. These caviar sticks, you can put them all over the lid and just wear them on their own. You can put them on the lid and wear them as a base. You can kind of put them underneath the bottom lash line and smudge them out. You can put them in your bottom waterline. They wear all day for me. You can wear them as an eyeliner. You could put them into the crease and buff it out just, you know, as a crease shade. These are so versatile and beautiful long wearing products. I really like the caviar sticks. This other item that I have, this is the Laura Geller Cool Lids Cream Shadow. This one's in Silver Sands. I decluttered my other one that I had. That is Silver Sands from Laura Geller. And then that one right up there was the Epitante. So they're kind of similar. They're definitely not the same, not dupes or anything, but they're in the same kind of color family, I would consider them. That's what it looks like kind of on my finger. And I think this one will be more versatile to wear underneath more items than some of the other ones because it is so sheer, so that's why I included this. And I've had it around for long enough, so it needs to be tossed out at the end of the year, so I really need to focus on this. So I have two lip liners here for this year. This first one, and I don't wear lip liner regularly. So this first one, this is the NYX lip liner in pale pink. I'm going to see how far I can get on this one. I would most certainly like to repurchase this one again after I use it up. This is just a very pale kind of pinky purpley sort of tone. So that is pale pink right there. This goes with so many of my favorite kind of nudie pink lipsticks. So I definitely love this. All the other kind of nudes and stuff, they're more on the warmer side. This is more of a cool tone or a neutral sort of pale pink color. And then the other one is from MAC. This is the Pro Longwear Lip Pencil in the shade More to Love. I've had this one around for a little while, so I really need to use this guy up. I got this one to match my MAC lipstick in Flat Out Fabulous. They're pretty close, but that is More to Love right there. This is super long wearing, really waterproof. You could wear this on its own, I think, actually. So those are my two lip liners. Wish me luck on these guys. I have two tinted lip product sort of items. This one is the Carez Mango Lip Butter. And I really wanted the Jasmine one, but I found this one on sale, so I picked this one up. It's kind of like a orangey shade. It's quite sheer, that's it right there. So looks really scary in the container, but it's not too bad. So that was the Mango Lip Butter right there. This other one is from Burt's Bees. This is their Lip Shimmer in Strawberry. And I'm not gonna roll this one up all the way because they don't roll back down, but that is what they look like. They're just kind of like a flat, they're kind of just like a flat, skinny lip balm, but they're super pepperminty on the lips, but they do have some shimmer and some color to them. So that was Strawberry right there. I've had this in one of my favorites videos before because the color of it is just so easy to wear. Sometimes the frost is a little obnoxious on this one, but it's not, it's pretty subtle. So anyway, there were the two tinted lip balms that I want to finish off. I have some lip glosses here. I have this one here that is from last year's project. This is my MAC lip gloss in Itchy and Scratchy and Sexy. And so I'm still at this mark right there. That is MAC's Itchy and Scratchy and Sexy. I think this would look really pretty over MAC's Up the Amp or something. So that was the first one. This one's super pigmented on its own. I don't necessarily have to wear anything underneath it, but that one's the only lip gloss that has progress on it. These other three, these are clear full and I can't mark on the containers. So this first one, this is the Makeup Forever Lab Shine from their Diamond collection in D14. When we were moving, I found my backups that I had bought of these. I couldn't find them anywhere at the other house, and then I found them when we were moving. So that is freaking awesome. This is a very sheer color, but the Diamond collection, they discontinued these, but the Diamond collection had a ton of micro shimmers running through it. So this is just a very pale, sheer, light pink color. It's very sheer, but it adds just a touch of pink to your lips and a ton of sparkly shimmers. These are my favorite lip glosses. I'm so sad that they discontinued these and brought out those artist plexi glosses. Man, that was such a bummer. The next one is from Urban Decay. This is my Naked gloss in, what is this, Love Child? Yeah. This one's just a really light pale pink color. Hopefully I have enough time this year to focus on all of these, because that is Love Child right there. Kind of a silly swatch of that one. I got a little out of control doing that, but just a really light pale pink color. They still have this one available. I like how natural this one looks on the lips. And then the last one is from Tarina Tarantino. Holy cow, this is the third and final lip gloss from her that I had in my collection. This one's in Nouveau. And this one has the most pigment out of all of them that I've used up. I think every single year I've used up one of my Tarina Tarantino glosses, so this needs to be finished off this year. These have such a light, sweet fragrance to them. They almost smell like a piece of candy. They smell really good. So that swatch there on the end, I got a little on my other swatch there, but that last swatch is the Tarina Tarantino gloss in Nouveau. As far as actual lipsticks, I have I have five of them. This first one, this one's sort of like a tinted lip balm, but I'm adding it into my lipstick category because they have some that have way more color, and I don't want to separate one shade out. So this is the Glossy Balm, I think is what they're called, in number 210 Ginger Candy. This is one of my favorite shades. I think it's super pretty, and that is where I'm starting out with this product. So really excited to use this one. It looks super gorgeous on the lips, very natural, almost goes with anything really. Then I have some higher end lipsticks here. This first one, I'm probably not gonna be able to finish this one off this year, but that's okay. I just wanna get as much progress on this one and, you know, everything essentially here. It's okay if I don't finish everything up, but this is the YSL Rouge Per Couture lipstick in number 26. I bought this when I was in my, you know, really light pink phase, really light pink, bright pink phase. So that is what I have in here. These lipsticks have a really funny taste if you lick your lips and get it in your mouth, but this has a really, really fine frost running through it. So sometimes it's kind of hard to wear, but it's just really bright. That's it right there on the edge. So that was number 26 from YSL. Then I have two MAC lipsticks. One of them is one of the Sheen Supremes. This one is in full something. There's a stamp on it, so I can't read it. I'll put the name right up there. This one is a super bright kind of coral color. I don't wear this on a regular basis, but I thought I could kind of get out of my comfort zone a little bit this summer and wear something a little different. So that is a quick swatch of that one right there. The other MAC lipstick is one that I can wear on a more, you know, regular basis. This one is one of the Viva Glams. This is one of their Luster lipsticks in Viva Glam 5. I had this in last year's project, but I just don't reach for these kinds of tones. This was a lipstick recommendation from Emily Noel 83. And I've stopped buying her lipstick shade recommendations. I really like the products that she recommends. The shades just don't quite work for me anymore, but that is the shade right there, Viva Glam 5. It's really pretty. I just don't wear that mauve-y kind of tone and that frost. I think it's the frost in this one that throws me off. So anyway, the last lipstick is one from Bite Beauty, and it's just a little double-sided mini guy here. It has Violet on one side and Palomino on the other one. I think Violet is gorgeous. I think these have been discontinued now, so I really need to finish this off and get it moved out. But that is Violet right there. It's super pretty. I think this actually came from Ronnie. I'll include her down in the description box. We did a couple swaps and stuff in the past. That is Palomino right there. That Palomino shade is probably the most beautiful lipstick color I've ever seen in my entire life. It looks gorgeous. Everybody that I've seen wear that, it just looks gorgeous on them. So really excited to use these. It doesn't have very much product on either end. think I've used more of the Palomino side actually, so. Okay, I had to take off my jacket and I wasn't even paying attention and I kind of smudged some of my swatches over here. So, moving on. I'm almost finished. I only have a couple more items left, but this next item, my husband got this for me and it says tester on here, but they never actually opened it up to use as a tester from the store. So since it said tester on it, they marked it down to like $3 or $2.50 or something. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray. And I've used this a couple of times, not enough to know whether I like it or prefer a different setting spray, but there's that guy. I have 4 perfumes that I want to finish off this year, and this is kind of big because these are the big, you know, 3-point something fluid ounce bottles. The first one is the Katy Perry Killer Queen perfume. And let me see if I can mark this one while it's upright. That's about where I'm at right there on that little sticker. So not too bad. I'm excited to get this one used up and out of the way. I think I got this 2 years ago on my birthday. Was it on my 30th birthday? Yeah, I think it was my 30th birthday that I got this. So is that one. And then I got this one. I'm not going to mark on this one because I love this perfume. I love this bottle. And I think this might be the refillable one. Anyway, this is my Viktor & Rolf Flower Bomb perfume. And I'm just barely under there. I think this is the 3.4 fluid ounce of this one too. I don't want to overuse this one or anything. I just want to use this one and focus on this one more since this one is so crazy expensive. I have this guy. This guy's been around in so many of my project use it up kind of project pan videos, but this is the True Religion perfume. And yeah, I think there's even some marks. There's one there, there's one up here. I've been trying to use this up for so long, but I am right at that mark down there. So we're over the halfway mark and the bottle starts to taper in towards the bottom, the further you go down towards the bottom. So I definitely think that this one can be finished off, but I only like wearing this in like the cooler fall and winter months. I was thinking that I have a perfume for almost every season, I think. This next one that I have here, this is the XOXO Mi Amore perfume. It's so cute. It's got a little heart at the top and then at the bottom there's a heart down here too. It's so adorable. I love this perfume. It's extremely sweet, but it's really nice too. I really like this one. If you like a super sweet perfume, definitely check this one out. Let me put a mark on this guy. Okay, so there is the mark on that one. Can you see that? So, I think I'm over halfway on this one. This one is a 3.4 fluid ounce bottle as well. So, I was thinking that this would be a really nice one for the springtime. I can use this like right now for the spring, then I can move on to this one for the summer, this one for the fall, and then maybe my Flower Bomb for the winter or something. I don't know. I'll kind of play around with them, or maybe I'll just mix them up and use one every other day or something, but those were the perfumes in this project. I have 3 additional products that I wanted to talk about real fast. This first one is the Burt's Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. This is what the tin looks like here. This is so cute. This stuff smells really good too. That is where I'm at in this little tub. So you can see there's a little dip going on, but I was using this religiously. I had it on like my nightside bedside table and I would put it on at nighttime before I went to bed on my cuticles, but I haven't done that for a while. I kind of put it up out of the way when we moved and I never brought it back out. So I want to use this one up this year. The next item is my Beehive Perfumed Lotion Bar. This one's in Kumquat. This is so sweet. This one smells like oranges. I'll just show you on the back. That is where I'm starting here. It looks like that right there. There's product down below, but that's actually like the plastic holding that up. The actual product starts right there. I used one of these up in my last Project 20 pan. I loved using it, especially on like my arm over here. So I'm excited to use this one too. This one has a much sweeter scent than that other one. The other one was patchouli. Orange patchouli. Oh man, this smells so good. And then the last product that I want to try as hard as I can to use up this year is my Thesis Ultra Nourishing and Restorative Raw Cacao. That always sounds weird when I say that. Raw Cacao face mask. This is the Chocolatier's Gift. It's good for dry, dehydrated skin. This stuff is awesome. Every single time that I use this mask, my skin feels so incredible. It's so hydrated, so just, I don't know, it just has a ton of moisture. I don't have to overload the lotion on my face. It just looks super nice and it feels great for a couple days afterwards. But anyway, you put a little in the palm of your hand and then you put some water drops in there and you just kind of mix it up to get the kind of consistency that you like. I like it a little bit thinner than peanut butter, but thicker than like a yogurt. So that's what I smear all over my face and then I let it sit there. It feels so good and it smells amazing because it smells like a chocolate brownie on your face, but this is really nice. If you guys are looking for a mask for your dry skin, I recommend this one. I got this product a while back to review and just try it out, but I was super impressed with this. I really haven't used very much of it, but you only use a small amount at a time, and you know, I don't use masks on a weekly basis anymore, so I wanted to start doing the Masking Mondays again and see if I can get a little bit more progress out of my masks before the end of the year, but I'm really excited to use this one, and I'm really excited to see what the results will be like. On my face. So anyway, that is the last and final product. Let me know if you guys are doing this sort of thing this year for 2017. I'll come over and take a peek if I haven't yet. But anyway, that is it. I know it's a ton of products. I know it was a really long video, but I do appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.